brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3. KERX Paris Fort Smith.
I'm hairy everywhere else except my face.
Proud of the kids. I told the TV after at halftime, I love coaching this team now. How about they struggled like that and stuck together?
Again, we got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma. Yeah. We play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off. That's going to make it doubly hard, but who cares? Let's go. We need our fans there, early, standing. Look, I've been in that building when it's nuts. I've been there. We need it nuts now.
All right. Got 30 more minutes tomorrow to get nuts and get ready for a big Saturday night. I think it's going to be the best home game atmosphere so far this year as Arkansas. It's not a winning streak technically, but it can become one with a win over Alabama. Good morning and welcome to a Fastbreak Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in biologic cellular therapies. Man, that's a mouthful. Hey, they just make old guys like me and Clay feel better by taking your body's healing powers and putting them right to the joint where you hurt the most. We'll tell you more throughout the morning. They're right here in Northwest Arkansas, 479-999-1234. It is a tie-free Friday as well, and Clay Henry joyfully, gleefully stepped in an extra hour today because he heard it was a tie-free Friday. So, Clay, good morning.
Well, we did that yesterday.
Yeah. It was so
and
good.
It went so good. I was like,
yeah.
Anytime that you don't have Ty, just give me a buzz. I'll be there.
Ty is in Phoenix at the Waste Management, and we are already receiving photos this morning of him. And they got up early. He is on the front row at the 16th, which is the I don't want to say the most famous, one of the more famous holes in golf, because that's a big overstatement. But would it be the rowdiest hole in golf? Would that be a fair description?
It's not even close.
Yeah,
I think fair is that's not even close.
But that makes it one of the more famous holes in golf to a degree. But not this isn't the 12th at Augusta. This isn't Amen Corner. This isn't the 7th at Pebble Beach.
This is an interesting point. So it tells you a lot about Ty, that his dream bucket list is to go there, not Augusta National.
Exactly.
Not the 12th, not Amen Corner. He wants to go where White Claws have gone to die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where they, yeah.
And yesterday, we'll get into this later. I think we have the audio of it pulled. I received a video from the corporate office. Apparently this was on his Twitter page, but I received a different video from the corporate office of his behavior. Colton, do we have that audio following the Kentucky win? It's quite disturbing as he turned into Bubba Hog. Roll this exclusive audio we have here on the 58th best mid-market show in America. We have dug deep, and apparently the corporate office has sent this in. Roll the bean footage here. Now, I want you to imagine, remember Bubba Hogg back in the day when Bud Walton would be semi-rocking? It was never a full house, but he'd pull his shirt off and start waving it over his head. You remember that, Clay?
Oh, yeah.
That's back in the day. I'm going back, 15 years for that?
It would be 5 minutes before the game. Arkansas is making a rally, and they're playing the William Tell Overture.
Yep.
And out he comes out of his seat into the aisle. Maybe he just stands up on his seat. I don't know. But you could see him above the people around him, or maybe everybody just got out of his way.
So
he'd pull his shirt, and his fat gut would hang out, and he starts swinging that shirt. And the visions of that, like when you sent me that video of Ty a few minutes ago, I was like, oh my God.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to describe. What Ty has been caught in public, following the Kentucky win.
Yeah, I think he was
doing a Bubba Hogg impression.
I don't think he was feeling any pain.
No, and I think he'd had plenty of painkillers that night. So I have sent him a message that, hey, I received this video from the corporate office, and they're looking for an explanation. He laughed at the response. Just hit the button and the ha. And I said, hey, Frank, our owner, I said, Frank didn't think it was funny at all. I don't really mean to ruin his day, but I couldn't help myself. So.
You know what? I don't think you can. I don't think. It's like he's been there. And
he didn't seem too worried. That's the bigger issue. He didn't seem too worried.
He got there and the bar is open. It's just like
I imagine they took the bar with them, waiting in line.
They had their hands full.
Did they even go to sleep last night? All right, enough on Ty. Tomorrow night's going to be fun. 7:30, Bud Walton Arena, as the Hogs are going to get after it with number 3. Clay, I think it's a free shot. You want it, Texas. I've been saying since the beginning of the week following the Kentucky win, you just can't go 0 for 2 this week. They've accomplished that with a win over Texas. To me, this is a free one on your home court.
Yeah, I don't want to be a doubter or a hater or whatever they call it, but it doesn't shape up well for them. The depth of Alabama and the guard play. We'll see if they can do to them what they've done the last two teams, which is take them out of their offense, and if they can do that to Alabama. Alabama has 7 or 8 really good players, and I think Grant Nelson is playing as good as anybody in the league right now, and that's a tough matchup. However you want to slice that up, maybe that's a Trevon Brazile matchup. I don't know. You need somebody with his length to play him. All
right, we'll go a lot deeper with the game Saturday night. We'll do all that. Let's get to our opening drive, brought to you by First Financial Mortgage.
So if you finish 4 games under 500 in the SEC, I think Arkansas gets in. I really believe that. Other than LSU at home and I guess at South Carolina, everything else is a quality win. And the losses are going to be quality losses that don't hurt your numbers. The question is, can they sustain this?
And the AP Most Valuable Player presented by Invisalign is Josh Allen.
Okay.
The big star delivers. The big star delivers.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
It's awesome, baby. He'll be back, Dickie V, behind the microphone tomorrow, 5:30. Duke and Clemson on ESPN. Feel how you want about Dick Vitale and his exuberance for the game, but he has been a great ambassador for college basketball. There's no question, and his battles with cancer have been well documented and well chronicled, and I'm just excited to see Dickie V back. He's not a guy that, hey, it's a must-see, got to tune in when he's on the game, but I'll make a point, Clay, to get there for a few minutes, because I think anytime someone, particularly at his age, overcomes what he has at his age, I think it's to be celebrated, and I'm glad he's going to be back on TV tomorrow night.
Yeah, this is good news for the game, and he's been good for the game. Let's just put it that way. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that anything that he's ever done was intended to harm somebody else. In other words, everything that he did, said, went, whatever. I think he had really good intentions and never had an agenda. Now, I got tired of him doing Duke games, but it's like Duke had a lot of important games, in the peak of his career. So it it made a lot of sense.
Did he like Duke? I always thought,
Well,
that was a rhetorical question.
I think he liked Coach K, and he respected him. And I tell you how old I am. I covered him when he was a coach. He was
Detroit, right?
Yep, Detroit, and they were awful. And somehow he got an NBA job, and they were awful. But he found his niche. Let's just give him credit for that. We all hope to find our niche.
All right, NFL Hall of Fame class for 2025 is out. Antonio Gates, cornerback Eric Allen, defensive end Jared Allen, and Sterling Sharp are the newest members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They'll be inducted in August in Canton, Ohio. What do you think of the class, Clay?
Yeah, that's a good group. I mean,
it's a small group, smallest group in 20 years.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Hall of Fame induction class that I didn't like. I mean, I'm a little bored with all this. Ichiro didn't get a unanimous vote. Just move on. I mean, it's like that's not a story to me. And this is just these guys are all automatics. I mean, it's like there's no doubt, and I'm sure next year's class will be the same way.
All right, that is your opening drive. It is brought to you by First Financial Mortgage. Our buddy Ethan is there, and I drove by his office this morning. It's right there on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. On my way in, his car's parked out front. You could see through the front window. He's behind the desk, ready to help you. 479-782-9300. Ethan's been with the company for over 10 years, but First Financial has 90 years of mortgage experience, and Ty financed his first home purchase there, and they helped him through all the programs. They have a 5.0 rating on Google reviews. And I'm going to tell you, as someone who works with businesses to get their Google reviews and ratings up, getting to 5.0, you don't do that by accident. You only do it by taking care of customers. And Ethan is the best lender in town, probably the best golfer in town, too. Call Ethan today, 479-782-9300, or go online at ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender. It is good to see Sean, the fence man, here in the studio with us. It's been between flu and holidays and everything else has been going. It's been a minute since you've been able to make it in, buddy.
It really has. We've just been super blessed and super busy at the fence man, and then, like you said, with the holidays and crazy weather, it's made it very challenging.
Is the flu working its way through your home and business like it has here at my house?
Not the flu. I think we've had
COVID or what? The crud,
stomach bug, something that's going on. It's been a mess this year, but I think we're over the hump and we're fixing ready to, head for spring and go full bore.
All right. Well, we picked a slate of games last week on the Fence Man Friday Picks. Let's see how we did a week ago.
Tennessee trying to bounce back. They've struggled recently. They host Florida this weekend.
I'll take the home team. I'll take Tennessee.
I'm going to take Tennessee in this one.
I'm a big Vols fan, so Tennessee all the way.
3-3.
Missouri travels to Mississippi State in Starkville.
Take Mississippi State.
I'll go with Mississippi.
I'll take Mississippi State as well. Ole Miss, other Mississippi school, hosting the #1 Auburn Tigers. Auburn still unscathed this season in SEC play.
Till proven otherwise, Auburn.
I got to go with you on that.
I'm with you guys. I think Auburn's going to have a little bit more what it takes to get it done.
All right, so we were kind of guesstimating what the line would be for this game. It's 10.5 on Oakland right now, Tommy. Kentucky's, of course, the favorite. Arkansas is not going to be favored by 10.5. Yeah. Can Arkansas cover tomorrow night?
Until proven otherwise, I'll take the Kentucky Wildcats.
Kentucky's going to take it.
I had someone text me this week. It's like anything you pick, it happens the opposite. So I'm going to pick Kentucky to win and cover.
Well, some good, some bad, kind of 50-50, it sounded like last week. Let's get into this week's games. Clay, you can pick for Ty here today. We'll start with Florida at Auburn. I said last week, as you heard there, until proven otherwise, I'll ride with Auburn. They're 9-0. The game's at 3 o'clock. We don't have lines yet. They'll be out on the Bet Saracen app in just a while, but we're just going to pick winners in this. Number 6, Florida, at number 1, Auburn. If we were probably going to set a line on that, I'd probably say Auburn's favored by 6, maybe 7, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think that'd be a good guess, but Auburn's, to me, an easy pick to be the winner in this one. Clay, what do you think?
Well, if you're going to give me points with the home team, and they're in the top 10, I'll take Florida.
Okay.
I think they'll cover.
Sean?
I'm the same way. Home team, Florida, points. Yep.
Points.
The game's
Yeah.
at Auburn. The game is at Auburn.
Oh, I
at
thought you
Auburn.
said it was
Oh,
Florida
oh.
at Auburn.
Well, never mind.
All right.
I'm staying with my pick. I'm still
think
staying with
Auburn.
Florida.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So Fitzman's on Florida.
Never mind.
Me and Clay are on the Auburn Tigers.
Sorry.
At least that's what it says on my sheet here.
Yeah.
Man, this
I
is
believe
fun.
you.
That's number 6 at number 1. Then our second selection is number 10 Texas A&M at number 15 Missouri. That's probably never been said in the history of anything. 2 top 15 teams between A&M and Missouri. The game is in Columbia. Fitzman, who do you like between the Aggies and the Como Tigers?
Gig 'em.
All right, A&M for you, Clay. They're both, by the way, both these teams at 6-3.
Mizzou's going to show them.
All right, show me state. I will ride with A&M on the road on this one. Number 4, Tennessee at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's 3-6 in the league. This is a early game at 11 o'clock on the SEC Network. Tennessee has kind of gotten back on the right way. They're 6-4. I don't say their backs are to the wall, but they have not played as of late to their ranking. Do they play well at Oklahoma?
Give me the Rocky Top.
All right.
I got Tennessee in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you guys. Tennessee all the way in this one. Let's see, and then our last pick in SEC basketball, number 3, Alabama at Arkansas, 7:30. Game is on ESPN. Let's put a number on this just because I think just to make it more interesting. What do you think? Alabama would 5.5 or 6 be a good line since the game is at Bud Walton, or am I way off on that, guys?
No, I think that's probably what it'll be.
All right,
Yeah.
let's say 5.5. I'm a amateur odds maker here. Arkansas's catching 5.5 on their home court. Play, is that enough points?
Yeah, I think Arkansas, they may win. This sets up they're going to roll, and they're going to roll the Tide.
I'll be interested to see if I'm anywhere close to that line. I'm purely guessing, but it feels right to me. Sean, you want 5.5 in the Hogs, or is Bama too much?
Suey Pig.
All right.
You know it.
Come on, Tommy.
Alabama's pretty good, guys.
Well.
Saturday night.
It's Bud Walton at home. Come on.
At its best.
Crimson Tide has a week of rest.
The magic of the Bud.
It's going to get loud. They're going to get proud.
Give me Alabama.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a man.
And here's the thing.
Understands the game. Yeah.
Here's the thing, and it's exactly what Colton said. Alabama's had the week off. I mean, they're fresh legs, and I think that's proven to be big as of late. All right, I heard there's a football game on Sunday, and there is a line that's actually out that's official. I don't have to guess on this one. Super Bowl, I've heard the Chiefs are playing. I've heard there's some people that think maybe the Chiefs get the edge from the referees. I've heard that's been bandied about this week against the team that, if you're a Cowboys fan, you love to hate, and that's the Eagles. Chiefs are -1 in this game on Sunday night. Some would say it's the biggest game of the year. I would beg to differ on that. Clay, Chiefs -1, or are you taking the Eagles in the points?
I think the Chiefs are going to win again. I'm actually pulling for the Eagles because of Jeremiah Washburn, but I think it's this is the Chiefs and they say you can't three-peat, but this is no one's ever gotten back to the Super Bowl with a chance to three-peat, and I think it's an easier task once you're there. So I think it's the Chiefs.
All right.
Oh, I'm going with him. I think they've got more to prove. I think they want to be the one team that can do the three-peat. And, I think Mahomes is going to bring out all the crazy stuff he can pull. And it's going to go down to the wire. But, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a roughing the passenger and a win.
Here we go. Here we go.
Conspiracy theories abound.
History says you won't win 3 in a row. But history also will tell you no one's ever made it to the Super Bowl after winning 2 in a row.
I think I said that.
And the Chiefs said, well, I mean, this is my script here.
Oh, okay.
These are my notes I got up at 3:30 this morning to write out.
They're good notes. Yeah. They're good.
But history is not prophecy, as Doc Emmerich would say. So give me the Chiefs and the refs
and the refs.
Take down the Eagles. Right. 5:30 on Fox. All right, I got 8-1 odds on Bet Saracen that Ty misses his flight and doesn't make it back from it. His flight's on Sunday. I think morning from Phoenix. Pacific Coast, or as he would say, Pacific Coast time. 8-1. You want any of that action, Clay?
Yeah, I think so. I think that
he'll make the flight.
He'll make the flight.
I don't know. Sean says no way.
No.
Go miss the flight.
He prides himself on being very put together, as he would like to say. He'll be on the flight, but will he really be there? No.
I told him that Chance Cosby, who's the executive director of the Thunderbirds that puts on that tournament, is a friend of mine. I covered him in golf way back when, knew his dad really well. I said, if you get in trouble, I could help you, but I won't.
But you won't. I knew where that was headed. All right, those are our Fence Man Friday picks. I was looking at your Facebook post. Y'all have really dressed those up as of late, and looking good. You're giving away some free stuff, some free swag and prizes, cool stuff. When you call and get a quote right now, you come out, entered into some drawings for some really neat stuff.
Yeah, we're running a spring special. Go to our Facebook, sign up, get a free quote. We'll come out. We'll put you in our drawing. We got the home show coming up next weekend. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got a lot of neat displays. If you're not sure what kind of fence you want, come out and see what we got. We'll have everything you can kind of see. We'll have some iron there, some wood, some automatic gates, and come out and meet the crew and the staff and the sales folks, and we'll get you hooked up. Spring's coming, guys, and nothing compliments a house like an amazing-looking fence.
All right, 782-3936. Get a hold of Sean, the best around, the fence man. He ain't afraid of no work. Big Super Bowl plans?
No.
I think I'm trending towards quiet and small groups, actually watch the game, that kind of, small group, good food.
4, maybe 5 people, and
kind of with you on that.
Yeah, a little bit of barbecue and
got to have some cheese dip though.
If I could change
and
anything,
wings.
If I could change anything about the Super Bowl, I mean, why is it 5:30 on Sunday? I know it's been that way forever, but I sure would move it to noon so at least we can party a little longer.
Because they got to have a 9-hour pregame show to get all the ads in.
I believe that.
So, all right, man, we'll see you next Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's the Fence Man with us every Friday for our Fence Man Friday picks. Clay, you gathering with a few or gathering with a bunch for the Super Bowl?
I think it'll just be me and Jean Ann. That's the way I understand it at this point. And she doesn't throw any curves, so that'll be. That's
what Clay's trying to politely say. That's what she's told him he's going to be doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, we've already discussed it. I'm gonna smoke a full chicken and some ribs.
All right,
rack of ribs. So we'll eat good.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
There's been so many times where I've been in charge of food, and at the last minute somebody says, "Well, we want to eat about 6:30," and so I end up the first quarter and a half I'm cooking. So this is better. It'll be smoked and ready at 5:30.
All right, our hog update in just a moment. Your calls and text, we're going to dive into those. And Arkansas and Alabama tomorrow night right here on the radio and the Hit That Line Now app, which is powered by Taco Bell. Is it going to be the biggest night ever? Well, biggest night of the year, at least, at Bud Walton Arena. We'll discuss next.
Break Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics in Bentonville. Get back to living your life.
0 to the other end for a throwdown.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Novo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
The Fence Man, the company you can trust when it comes to building quality fencing and gates, is looking for quality people to join the Fence Man team. If you are a fence builder or have building or welding experience, apply in person at 1213 North 32nd Street in Fort Smith. The Fence Man offers great pay and a $500 sign-on bonus. Join the top fence building team and get a $500 sign-on bonus. The Fence Man. Apply today in person at 1213 North 32nd Street in Fort Smith. The Fence Man is an equal opportunity employer.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you would go
Big time.
and switch to the expensive shampoo with
Amino acids.
Sure, you don't know what those are or why you need them, but it sounds very impressive. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can massage it into your scalp every day. Now, if only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save
Big time.
for shampoo. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Come here, Billy. Give me something.
1, 2, 3.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. Whether you're buying a car, selling a car, or taking care of a car, we've got you. Be sure to follow us on Facebook to see how you can take advantage of $1,000 your way on select road-ready certified used cars with warranty, as well as buy 3, get 1 free on all tires in our Meineke Car Care Center. Start your new year right. Call, click, or come by today and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAVEL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools.
You know, one of the things that the way I like to coach, I solicit a lot of feedback from the girls. And there's that language that you develop with your players that those seniors already know. And so when I'm asking them to do something, they can translate it for me, you know, or when I'm needing feedback from them, they kind of know what I'm wanting to hear.
Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports. New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
Planning your Valentine's Day date? Joe's Grill and Cantina has a delicious and fun Valentine's Day date ready for you. Get started with an appetizer including queso and guacamole. Then have chicken tortilla soup, plus your choice of 2 entrees, fajitas, voodoo enchiladas, chili lime salmon, and their famous Mexicali. Plus, in the dinner with a heart-shaped skillet brownie. All of this for just $45 a couple. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Hart. Your place for Valentine's Day.
I love a beautiful, healthy lawn. That's why I use TruGreen. They take the hassle out of fertilizing, aerating, and controlling weeds plus mosquitoes. All you have to do is water and mow. Give yourself time back to do what you want. And to top it off, sign up by May 28th and save an average of $200 when you bundle lawn care and mosquitoes. Visit TruGreen.com for the best lawn at the best price, guaranteed. Restrictions apply.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hoghats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Swung on. Here's a drive out to right center. That's deep and it's gone. Career home run number 49 for Bree Ellis in her first of 2025.
Bree Ellis, one of 3 Razorbacks to hit home runs yesterday as Arkansas take down the Texas State Bobcats down in San Marcos, Texas, 3-1. Clay, that's home of the Troubadour, isn't it? San Marcos?
Well,
kind
you're
of.
talking about George Strait?
Yeah.
He lives in Bernie, Texas, but he might have
Did he
grown
go to
up in
Texas
San
State?
Marcos.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway. But he's a UT guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
No.
Most of their band, that Ace and the whole band, they come out doing hook 'em horns, and they did hook 'em horns at Kyle Field when they played there, believe it or not.
That was Bree Ellis. Now has 49 career home runs and is second most nationally among all active D1 players, trailing only Shaylin, is that Govan of Baylor? Govan? Not familiar. Anyway, Hogs win 3-1 for the softball team. Last night, Arkansas's women's basketball team fell to Mississippi State. Izzy Higginbotham scored 25 points for the 14th time as Arkansas fell last night. Series of runs for Mississippi State. Final score 78-55 as Arkansas has had a tough season. Gymnastics, they're going to host number 2 Florida. That's tonight. I am just amazed, Clay, when you look at the attendance numbers and the popularity of this sport. It has been amazing. And for the second time this season, the number 2 team of the country is coming to town. It's the second-ranked Gators. It'll be at Bud Walton Arena, and should be a nice crowd there for this meet. Arkansas took a loss. Gymnastics is just like any other sport. Number 1 Oklahoma last week. They got number 2 Florida. They're going to have another tough season as you look even in gymnastics, a sport I don't follow very closely, but every time you read the stories and the headlines, it's number 1, number 2, number 5. It's not easy in that sport either.
Yeah, if you want to enjoy a night of gymnastics, that Friday night, I think they call it Friday Night Heights.
Yeah.
The SEC network does a really fine job with those meets, and they're fast. About an hour 15 is all they last, and it's a show. It's kind of like an indoor track meet. It's just really fast paced.
And by the way, Arkansas is 3-5 on the year. They're ranked 15th in the country, 1-2 at SEC play. Florida is 6-1, 1-1 in league play. Doors are going to open to this afternoon at 4:30. Team introductions at 5:45, and the first vault is set for 6 o'clock tonight at Bud Walton Arena. And the Hogs and the Crimson Tide tomorrow night, 7:30. We'll have the pregame right here for you at 7 p.m. Hog Reaction. See Big C and Matt tomorrow night on Hog Reaction. So we'll have you covered beginning at 7 o'clock tomorrow right here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. That's your Hog Update. It's brought to you this morning by Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
All right, 9:31 here on the Morning Rush. Phone lines are open, 877-377-6963. As we roll through a Friday morning. Ty will be back on Monday. Super Bowl talk through the weekend. We're going to get to our Morning Rush daily question brought to you by Cart Path Social and talk about the food, because that may be as big as the game when we get to this weekend and the way we all kind of prepare for the Super Bowl. Larry Rath's getting ready for a big weekend as well. He's at Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith, and in Springdale. Larry, do you watch the Super Bowl with many or just a few? Are you a big crowd guy, or are you just like to have a handful around?
Probably by myself, actually. I'll just be sitting upstairs watching the Super Bowl.
All right.
It'd be good.
What's the must-have food for the Super Bowl for Larry Rath?
I'll probably sit down with a big old pizza and just kind of work on it, the whole time.
Right up there, one of the more popular. All right, what's going on this weekend? I know weather's going to shift again on Sunday, and people will be out doing their shopping for a new ride today and tomorrow.
I think today and tomorrow really is the best time to get out, avoid that weather, and take advantage of a bunch of fresh inventory. We've been bringing in a bunch of vehicles, getting those cars ready, road ready certified, with warranty. We've got a big selection. We just discounted every car on the lot. Just a great time to come in and save. We've got interest rates coming down. Just we've been waiting on this. This is a terrific time for folks to save on a premium pre-owned car. And we've got big selection, all the most popular makes and models. You have to go all over town, shopping and test driving. You can come to one place, see them all right here, test drive till you find the one that's just right for you and your family. Let us figure out how to make the price and payment fit your budget. That's what we do better than anybody. We'd love to have a chance to help you start driving better this weekend at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith. Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Lots of new incentives on those Mitsubishis, up to $4,500 cash back on the Outlander. If you haven't seen that car, folks, that's the best value in the class, best warranty, best car, best looking. Got all plus $4,500 in rebates right now on the 24 Outlanders. We got a good selection of those as well. So, like you said, this weekend, the weather's right, inventory's right, incentives are right. It's a great time to come on in and save and to start driving better with Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online, rathauto.com.
All right, Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith and in Springdale. Larry, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Folks, come and see us.
All right, Morning Rush Daily Question. Going to give you the question before the break so we can start getting some text and maybe some calls. What's the must-have food at your tailgate or at your Super Bowl party? Is it wings? Is it pizza? Is it cheese dip? Is it pulled pork? What is the one thing you've got to have every year? It's probably a dip of some sort. It's Fast Break Friday, brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They take the healing properties from your body, put them right to the joint where hurting the most to relieve that pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. 479-999-1234, QC Kinetics in Northwest Arkansas.
It's Fast Break Friday on the Morning Rush, brought to you by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Lands off a screen, top of the circle, buries the three-pointer.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Listen up, crappie anglers. When it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad. The original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait. Featuring a sleek back, streamlined belly, and quivering tail, that bait just won't stop moving, no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. Built for dead sticking and action-based techniques also, the original baby shad gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leader in crappie fishing innovation.
This is the Morning Rush.
The nation is going to be talking about Arkansas.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
The Golf Nut is thrilled to introduce new products for 2025, including Cobra Dark Speed Adapt Woods and Irons, Ping G440 Woods and Irons, and TaylorMade QI35 Woods. Lap putters, including the latest OZ model, are also available. Whether you want to improve your swing or enjoy the game, the Golf Nut offers a range of options. Book a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators and experience golfing greatness. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue for your ultimate golfing destination.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
It's time to start the year strong at Heartland Honda Power Sports and Marine. Don't miss our first huge sale in 2025, featuring unbeatable discounts and exclusive incentives on many of your favorite Honda rides, like Honda Ranchers, Honda Pioneers, and Honda Goldwing, plus so much more. Whether you're tackling trails or cruising in style, we've got the perfect ride for you. Visit Heartland Honda in Springdale today and make 2025 your best year yet. Heartland Honda, work hard, play hard. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets, and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda ATVs side by side are 16 years and older.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What'd you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at CarpathSocial.com.
The Super Bowl's become as much about the food as it has the game itself. Commercials, food, and somewhere football fits into all that. Hopefully the game is good enough we're not talking about the food and the commercials on Monday morning. That's my Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. What's the one food? I don't know if you're like me at all, Clay, but there's one or two things that I expect to be at any and every Super Bowl party. For me, it's cheese dip. If you don't have chips and some good dips, and I prefer like a Rotel, a cheese dip with maybe some spicy sausage in it. Maybe you put some jalapenos or some hatch chilies, or the tomatoes, and you got a good hearty cheese dip. To me, you can't really have a Super Bowl party without that. Is there a food item? You mentioned you were going to spatchcock a chicken and do some smoked chicken. Is there an item, though, that, hey, got to have this for a Super Bowl party?
The Y Store has great pizza. I'm sure you know that here, a couple of miles from our house. And you've had probably Y Store, but you can go up there and get extra cheese, extra meat, and it's great. But the cheese dip, we have to have white cheese dip from Poncho's. You get it from in the dairy case at the store. And I don't know where it might come from Memphis. That might be Poncho's Mexican in Memphis. That might be where it originated, but it's gone. Yeah. So I like that, and don't put anything fancy in it. We're not putting extra stuff. It's just the way it is. And then I want original Ruffles to dip with it.
Ooh.
That's my deal.
Not the wavy, just the original.
The originals have ridges. Yeah,
they have ridges, but not wavy.
Yeah, not wavy. Yeah, it's.
So if I'm going to go ridges or wavy, I want the Highland Dairy makes it. That's French onion dip.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm not going to argue
that's
that.
Good. We're getting a lot of texts in. They're flying in right now. Bobby in Ashdown says smoked queso and smoked wings. Alex in Northwest Arkansas says wings. JT in Hot Springs says he bakes a dish of Little Smokies and baked beans together, smothered in barbecue sauce. I've never had that. But
sounds good.
Sounds pretty good to me. Who do we got on the phone?
That's Lang. He's waiting for when we get him on in just a minute.
We'll get to that in just a second. But I think wings is another one. Pizza. I know all the pizza places will be busy about 3 o'clock, 3:30, taking all the orders for because everybody wants to pick up their pizza. 4:30, 5 o'clock, and get ready for the game. So, what's the one you've got to have food? For me, it's good cheese dip, good smorgasbord of dips. That's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Brought to you by the #1 indoor golf destination in Northwest Arkansas. Play world-famous courses around the globe like St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Torrey Pines. The list goes on and on. There's hundreds of selections. And, Clay, you were at Cart Pass Social. You can just use the driving range feature on that and just practice your game.
Yeah, I went with daughter Sarah, and we had a great time. And they had the music going. They were playing a little Brooks and Dunn, a little George Strait. I mean, it rocks out in there. There were a couple of groups that came in, and man, they had their ice chest. They were ready to go, and they were playing a course. We were just kind of checking yardage, trying to. Sarah's learning distance control, and that's a great place to do that, where you hit your irons and figure out how far they go.
Cart Pass Social, you can make reservations. You can ask about memberships. You don't have to come with a collared shirt and have your shirt tucked in. Golf attire is not required.
I had flannel.
And it's BYOB, Clay. That's the best part. You can bring your cooler, you can bring your food. And kind of make it your own place. 122 Grant Place in Lowell, 479-487-3622, or go online to cartpathsocial.com for more details. It is Friday, and I know we've talked about the Super Bowl, and we've talked about the Hogs and everything going on, but another big weekend of racing is coming up at Oaklawn, and our friend Lang Whitman joins us now for Oaklawn Updates, brought to you by Brothers Roofing and Restoration. Lang, another weekend of racing, and looks like the weather's going to hold out for some good racing this weekend.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be really, really good tomorrow. Highs in the mid-70s, looks like, in Hot Springs. I'm en route to Hot Springs now, so I'll be over there today and tomorrow in person. Looking forward to that. But it's only 2 race days this week, Friday and Saturday. No racing on Super Bowl Sunday. Talked to some people at Oaklawn. They haven't had big attendance in the past years on that day. And more importantly, they haven't had a lot of wagering across the country on the races that day. So everybody's just wiping out Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody take a day off. They're going to hop back in with 4 race days next week, including the President's Day. So looking forward to that, too.
Yeah. Saturday's going to feature the Bayakoa Stakes. I know that's probably the highlight of this shortened weekend.
It is. It's the 9th race Saturday. It's grade 3. It's worth $250,000. It's a mile and 16th. Fillies and mares 4 years old and up. And we could see some of these come back later in the meet for the Apple Blossom, the grade 1 race. So, there's something to look forward to in this race. The betting favorites of the 6-horse field look to me to be Corningstone from the barn of Kenny McPeak and Loving, trained by Brendan Walsh.
And I know, in the weeks ahead and coming up, I guess it'd be, 2 weeks from this weekend, the Rebel Stakes is on the way, and then you've, of course, got the Derby at the end of March. So these are, important times as horses are training, getting ready, and doing prep races for those big races. Coming up with President's Day, the Rebel Stakes, it's all just around the corner.
Yeah, just like with the 2 race days this week, it's kind of the calm before the storm. 4 days next week, then we go the week after that. It's Rebel Stakes week. Yep. So yeah, it's a huge week coming up to finish out February.
All right, Clay and I need a few extra dollars in our pocket for this weekend. We got a lot of things to buy at the grocery store, so we need your best, most likely winner, your best bet for today. We're counting on it.
All right, we're going to go for this one's for Clay today. The most likely winner I have on my card, we're going to go to race number 7, Lockmore, at 9 to 5 on the morning line. This is a 6-furlong race. Here's a horse that loves Oaklawn Park. 15 starts in his career, 7 wins, 3 places in 2 shows. He loves the 6-furlong distance. 12 starts in his career, 9 times in the money with 4 wins. He's going to be running late in this race. He's a rare horse who's had success sprinting and routing, so he's not going to. The 6 furlongs is right up his alley. You'd love to see leading jockey Christian Torres get this mount. He did come in 4th in his last race, but that was off a 7-month layoff. I believe he's more fit and ready to roll today. His top competition is horse number 1, but that one is coming off a 6-month layoff, might not be fully cranked up yet. So my most likely winner today, race 7, Lockmore. That's the one to play today. Hopefully we get the 9 to 5, and maybe you just about double your money.
All right, go with that. I'm down with that.
Lockmore. Anything that says lock in, it's got to be a lock, right? So every day I get a text from Lang that has all the picks and selections for Oaklawn. Sometimes I get other tracks around the country as well. But Lang, everybody can get your picks at the Railbird 333. They can sign up for a subscription. You'll send them your selections every day of the race meet.
That's true. Any kind of social media, that's where I'm at the Railbird 333.
All right, Lang, enjoy the Super Bowl. Hey, real quick, got a Super Bowl pick? Chiefs -1.
I've went against the Chiefs every time they've been in the Super Bowl, and I'm 1-3 betting that. So let's go with the Chiefs this time. I'm tired of losing.
There you go. All right, Lang, enjoy the Super Bowl and the racing this weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Look forward to it, Tom. Thanks for having me.
All right, Brothers Roofing and Restoration brings us this update every week. I get text every week from people, hey, what did Lang say today? There's a group of you out there that are very locked into to this segment. We appreciate you being here, and so does Brothers Roofing and Restoration. Brother Alexander, I know Clay remembers when Brother played at Arkansas.
Defensive back.
Yep, yeah. And you can talk to Brother directly. I'm going to just give you a cell phone number. I'm going to put it out on the radio. 479-353-3877. He does a great Lou Holtz impression, by the way, and he can do that for you. Plus, he can come and get up on your roof, take a look. If there's been hail damage, wind damage recently in your neck of the woods, he can come and inspect your roof with your insurance adjuster so they can maximize your insurance benefits for you and your property. And they'll make sure everything's right. They do a great job. They'll protect your home with a great roof that will get you decades down the road. 479-353-3877, 353-3877. Call Brother directly with the Brothers Roofing and Restoration. I haven't been to the track yet this year. I'm looking forward to a weekend in Hot Springs and seeing the races. If you don't have the Oaklawn Anywhere app, that's the way to go. Even if you can't make it there, if there's a big race I want to see, I can watch it on my phone, Clay. That makes it so easy. You can wager, plus you get the picks, and you get points for the dollars you do wager. So that's a lot of fun. But with all the racing coming up, be sure and get that Oaklawn Anywhere app. Promo code RUSH25, RUSH25, and get a $150 sign-up bonus. It's going to be a fun weekend. I mean, full day of college basketball. We mentioned some of those games earlier. You got a lot of ranked matchups in the SEC. Auburn and Florida is probably the game of the day, but hopefully Arkansas gives a big spark to the evening games. But it's going to be a lot of fun. You got number 4 Tennessee at Oklahoma, Alabama at Arkansas, of course, number 10 A&M at 15th ranked Missouri, and then we'll start the day. Well, I say start the mid-afternoon. Florida and Auburn. Florida 6th ranked. Auburn is number 1. It's just fun to watch SEC basketball this year.
Yeah, I don't think it matters which day it is. It's just I've watched a lot of really compelling games this year, where you think that either team could win, either team is going to be in the NCAA tournament, and we could have a couple of teams make the Final Four from the SEC, and a lot of Sweet 16. It's been a different type deal where if you get a victory, you've probably earned it. There's not any easy touches in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it all through November and December, but it's turned out to be true.
And that's the thing with this league. We've seen not as deep as this year as far as the number of teams in the top 15 or 20, but we've always thought, well, this is going to be the year that the SEC gets a team or two back in. And it's not worked out more than it has, and I think that's also the nature of just the event. It's a crapshoot to a great degree, but I think it'd be a big disappointment for the league this year if you didn't have at least one and probably two in the Final Four in San Antonio.
The seeding will be such that they'll have an easier path. There's going to be some ones and twos as far as the seeding. That gives you a pretty good chance.
Yeah. Hey, if you're going to be in Northwest Arkansas this weekend, it began yesterday, the Northwest Arkansas Boat and Outdoor Expo. It's at the Rogers Convention Center, right there, convenient off I-49. Fishing, kayaking. If you got that outdoor vibe about yourself, they've got everything for you. Those are the things that Clay and I love. They'll have some amazing vendors there, places to stay, places to fish, places to hunt, all kinds of great stuff, plus tips for your next big adventure here in the natural state. The Northwest Arkansas Boat and Outdoor Adventure Show. It's going on now through Sunday at the Rogers Convention Center. Stop in and see everything for the outdoors. It's where your next adventure begins at the Northwest Arkansas Boat and Outdoor Expo. All right, hour 2 coming up. More to get into with Arkansas and Alabama. 7:30 tomorrow night at Bud Walton Arena.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, do you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum-Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta WW book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. Whether you're buying a car, selling a car, or taking care of a car, we've got you. Be sure to follow us on Facebook to see how you can take advantage of $1,000 your way on select road-ready certified used cars with warranty, as well as buy 3, get 1 free on all tires in our Meineke Car Care Center. Start your new year right. Call, click, or come by today and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football to NBA, college basketball to NHL and UFC, BetOnline is your #1 sports betting source for the new year. From every touchdown to three-pointer and hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Eat Lux your way with the new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. The $5 classic box is iconic all over. The $7 Supreme box has your decadent favorites and then some. The $9 Discovery box introduces you to your newest obsession, like cheesy dipping burritos. Introducing the new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes, only at Taco Bell.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new
beers and liquor.
You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
I would just say I'm not set for the priesthood or taking one of those vows. I just don't know how they do it.
Proud of the kids. I told the TV at halftime, I love coaching this team now. How about they struggled like that and stuck together?
Again, we got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma. Yeah. We play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off. That's going to make it doubly hard, but who cares? Let's go. We need our fans there, early, standing. Look, I've been in that building when it's nuts. I've been there. We need it nuts now.
Good morning. 10 o'clock, second hour of the morning rush. We got you covered all day with the Razorbacks and the third-ranked Crimson Tide. They'll arrive at some point today with Nate Oates and that crew. It's a Fast Break Friday here on the show. Ty's out. He'll be back Monday. He's at the Waste Management in Phoenix today, and he's apparently got a front row seat there at 16. That probably is the best seat today, at least, in all of sports, is to be somewhere around that 16th green. It's brought to you by QC Kinetics this morning, the nation's leader in regenerative care. What does that mean? It means if you're like us, you get some miles on your body, and now your shoulder, your back, your neck, maybe it's a knee or an elbow that hurts, and you've been to the doctor, and they've said, well, it's you're old, and you got arthritis, and you got this, and you got that, and you need surgery. You need a hip replacement. You need knee surgery. You got a meniscus problem. You got the list could go on and on. They can get you through that pain and get you back to moving again and doing all the things you love. Walking, just simply going up and down stairs, hiking, all the things that are part of the necessities and the enjoyment of your life without surgery, without drugs, and no downtime. It doesn't get any better than QC Kinetics. 479-999-1234. 999-1234. Before you let your doctor talk you into surgery, call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. Coach Cal, we're coming back, talking about the building being nuts. And when I think about that here lately, Clay, I think about the Duke game last year. I think about the Auburn game where they stormed the court and standing on the table right over the top of Chuck and Coach Z. Those are some of the recent, what I would call nutty environments. Has this team, to this point, stirred up enough excitement around the state, around Northwest Arkansas, to get a nutty crowd in there, that it can reach a fever pitch, much like when John Calipari was ejected and tossed several years ago from Bud Walton? Will it be that way tomorrow night?
I think that the last time Alabama was here, it was like that. And Arkansas won, I believe. I think we're sitting on a powder keg, to be honest. I think it's ready to explode. And I think that the fan base wanted to be entertained. They wanted to see something. It's been a disappointing start. You've lost some home games. But I think that what I keep hearing is that fans are proud of how hard the team plays, and they see what's coming, that they know that, this roster wasn't perfect. It was built, at the last minute from scratch. We talk about, making something from scratch. We were talking in the break about dumplings, Tommy, and there's recipes, and sometimes you don't have all the ingredients, and that's kind of what Coach Cal is. He's substituting ingredients.
Yeah. Well, and on that note, we always say, well, everybody's tampering, and there's wink winks in the handshake line, and I don't know about you, I believe there's a great deal of truth in some of that. Meaning. You don't begin working on the portal and working on players, when the portal opens. There's things that go on in the back channels. There's conversations that happen. Well, he wasn't at Arkansas to have those conversations about players joining him at Arkansas. He didn't know. This wasn't a long-range plan, I don't believe, for him to be at Arkansas. I think it happened very quickly, and it was a shift in thought and career path for him. So, he didn't have that ability to kind of get some work ahead, and his staff out working ahead on the portal. Now, I'm not making an excuse. I think that's a real reason, but that's one reason I think it's taken longer for this to come together, because he wasn't able to get 10 or 11 guys he wanted, and he had to kind of go with 8, and that's been one thing that's hamstrung this team this year.
I think that's accurate, but they've progressed.
Yes,
and. They hadn't let go of the rope, and somebody is like, well, this is a fragile team. I don't think it's fragile. I think the fan base is fragile. I think the fan base, when they see a chink in the armor, they say, gloom and doom and agony on me.
And let's fire
think something bad's about to happen. Instead of seeing the progress that they've made, which I think is obvious in that they play so hard, they're playing good defense. And all of January I preached they've got to polish the defense. They've got rough edges. They keep making critical mistakes. And as they play together, I see that happening. And they're playing harder, playing with more emotion. I would love to see some of the halftime speeches because I think their first 5 minutes of the second half has been awesome in most games. They have brought the fire, with the exception of maybe the Ole Miss game. I think that their second half has been the first part of the second half has been pretty awesome. They shut down some teams, and you go back to the Michigan game, what they did, and I think that they have made progress to the point that I don't think they're going to let go of the rope. I think it's going to continue to build.
Let's look at the updated net rankings. Arkansas's 44th. Alabama is number 6. So, this game's significant. Obviously, a quad 1 opportunity for Arkansas. I'm looking at the schedule as well. This is the first of the last 3 Saturday home games. Now, you got LSU next week, midweek, but when you just look at Saturdays, you're running out of opportunities to get to the arena. You got Bama, you got Missouri coming up in 2 weeks on the 22nd. And you close the season, March 8th against Mississippi State. So there's a few home games left. I'm not saying we're out of home games, but those are starting to run thin too. This is the 10th SEC game. You're in the back half of the schedule, but have you been saying, well, I'm going to get there on a Saturday? Well, there's 3 of them left at Bud Walton Arena.
Yeah, I've got a beef.
All right, it's not Wednesday, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's a Ty beef. It's a Ty Richardson beef.
All right.
So we have heard him for how many years talk about his love of basketball and how he's he buttered his bread with Arkansas basketball, which is an oxymoron. I mean, that's not the right way to use that phrase, but I get it.
Which is really unlike him. He normally nails the old classic phrases. So.
Yeah, but I mean, but I get it that he's a basketball dude. That's what he wants to be portrayed as.
It's his favorite sport.
And gone to the NCAA tournament just to go when he didn't have a team to root for. I mean, he and his dad would Baylor Brad would go. Here it is, the best game of the year, the game. Alabama at Bud Walton for a Saturday night. And where is Ty?
Phoenix.
Where is Ty?
Yeah.
Phoenix. Nowhere to be found.
He was also absent in Lexington last Saturday too, right, Tommy? I think that
If he would have wanted to do that, he could have got out and sold it, right, and done a behind enemy lines.
Oh, I mean, the
best road game of the year. He didn't make.
But let's be honest, Ty's record behind enemy lines has not been great. I mean, so him not being there is probably what propelled this team to a victory.
Yeah, I think that might be true. But I just wanted to be on record is, that Ty has disappeared at the wrong time.
You may have some validity in what you're saying there. All right, we're going to get to Charlie, who's in Camden. He's holding on the line. We'll do that in just a minute. Brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They've added a second location. They're in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. So if you're in LaFleur County or Sequoia County and you're looking for someone to help you that's licensed, number one, in Oklahoma, and number two, understands the system in today's courts, Jackie Mock's the one. 479-769-1505 is the number that will get you an appointment at either of her locations, Fort Smith and now in Sallisaw. And not only do they handle all family law matters, but Jackie has 13 years of experience in car wrecks, slips and falls, even things like dog bite cases. She has represented many clients in areas like that. So whatever the situation you're in, they can help you, whether it's an insurance check or a wreck check. Those are things they do day in, day out, and have a lot of experience and can walk you through the process. And they also understand that legal representation sometimes is beyond someone's finances, and it's hard sometimes to afford, particularly in today's economy. They get that, and they work very hard with middle-class families like yours and mine that don't have a $5,000 retainer just to lay down. So they have convenient, low-down payments and flat fees and payment plans to help you not avoid representation just because you simply can't afford it as well. MockLegalSolutions.com. Call Jackie Mock, 479-769-1505, or again, MockLegalSolutions.com. Charlie is down south in Camden. Charlie, welcome into a Fast Break Friday.
Well, Fast Break, here we go. What's up, Clay? How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, Clay, I'm not really known as all those other nicknames that they got me on halftime on here. I'm just kind of normal. I
Charlie?
guess. I'm just Charlie.
You're not
on
the
here,
tuna.
so.
You're not the Charlie. You're not the tuna when you call in here.
I mean, this is
No.
this is a more high class show, especially with Ty and I. We could call you Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Charles.
Actually, that's my actual real government name. So they
Okay,
just came
Charles.
up. They just come up one day and said it's going to be Charlie. But
Charles
I'm cool
the
with
Sixth.
it. Anyway,
King
yeah,
of
man. I was listening to what you said a second ago, Clay, talking about calling out the fan base a little bit and the fragileness of us, and I definitely agree with you. I thought that was a good point. I think you look back at when we were struggling, and I can't, you think about this team, if they would have gotten, and I know they see this stuff that's said on social media. They have to. Whether or not they're not looking for it or not, they're getting stuff on their phone like, this person said this about you, and this person said this, and the fan base let go of the rope probably when we started 0-2. I mean, that's very quickly. They're ridiculous about how they quit so early, and I think it's also not only are they fragile, but the lack of awareness of how good the SEC really is kind of. I mean, how do you not know that? I mean, this league is as good as any league that we may ever see again. I don't know if we'll ever see. Cal was talking about the other day. How many teams are 4-5, 3-6, 4-5, 4-5 across this league? We're all beating each other up, right? And so the only two teams to me that aren't very good, and I'm not knocking them in that sense, is LSU and South Carolina. But they might beat some teams. They might surprise some teams, and they've already beat us once.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already beat us once. So, I mean, they may surprise. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Charlie, to kind of jump in and agree with you, the thing that confused me is that the people that were so quick to say that Coach Cal was burned out, washed up, had no fire, no burn. And, I mean, I watched him game after game, and I heard him. I mean, that's not
That wasn't
that's
true.
not reality. And it's just that's what do you say? That's just a normal line that you trot out, to a coach that's, that age. And I don't think it's true. I think he's replenished. I think he's fired up. I think he's working hard. He's working tirelessly. He's got his system that he's building, trying to build the culture, and he's not complaining. And he said he's having fun and enjoying coaching. Well, that's what I see. It looks like he's having fun. I see smiles over there. I don't see tantrums. I don't see technicals. He's not blaming it on anybody. He's just working these guys, and they seem to want to play for him. So those are all contrary to what I heard fans say. But that's okay. That's maybe that's what they wanted to be right, and it was easy to say that because of his age.
Yeah, not just fans, but even the media, right? Like, who's the biggest Arkansas media hater? What's that guy's name? Jeff Goodman or Goodrich or whatever his name is? That dude.
That would be
hates
one
us.
of them. Yeah.
He hates Cal. He hates us or whatever. But anyway, yeah, man. And I'm like, and then after we started 0-1, 0-2, and he's already they're already calling like Cal lost his fastball and all this crap. So anyway, I'm like, I don't get it. But anyways, y'all have a good one, man.
Charlie, thanks for the call. He's talking about Jeff Goodman. We got that clip right here.
So if you finish 4 games under 500 in the SEC, I think Arkansas gets in. I really believe that. Other than LSU at home and I guess at South Carolina, everything else is a quality win.
That's what Jeff Goodman had to say after this win at Texas. But Clay, to your point, he was also a pretty vocal leader about the fact that, yes, Calipari may be a little bit, what was the words that were being tossed around? This wasn't Goodman's quote, but he didn't necessarily, deny that he was archaic or washed up, like you said, Clay. And he seems energized to me, to go with your point. He just seems like he's happy to be coaching again and got a new life in him.
Haven't seen anything that suggests he is what some have said. Like he's burned out, washed up. No, he's rolling. I mean, he's not.
It was easy, low-hanging fruit a few weeks ago. Now they've all changed their speech. They've changed their narrative.
Let's say what we see, that he's working hard. He's energized at practice. He knows what he's doing. He's coached before. He hasn't forgotten how to coach. Now we may see. We may see some things, in the next month that suggest that, that they've run out of energy or whatever. But so far, they have not been fragile. They have been tough, and they've been, they've played hard. To me, the essence of coaching, do your guys play hard? And I mean, that's what I've believed in forever and ever. Or are they soft? Well, you can't say that about this team. They play hard. They had a little trouble with trying to rebound with 2 guys for 3 weeks, but once they've got the guards rebounding, they've got 5 that'll go get the ball. Well, it's changed the way their defense has turned out. They get stops. Yeah. They're fun to watch, in my opinion.
And we're brought to you by LureNet.com, the #1 place online to find your favorite brands and your favorite lures. Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and a lot more, all at LureNet.com. Made by Pradco, right here in the natural state. And you can load up your tackle box. I know that we've had weather that's been great for fishing lately, and it's going to continue to be that way. And you can get some extra treats for your buddies as well. All orders over $35 get free U.S. shipping as well. So don't skip out. LureNet.com is the place to go. That's LureNet.com. Stop in there today. Super Bowl this weekend. I was having some thoughts. It's in New Orleans, right, this week. Is it time for maybe the Super Bowl to get some anchor sites? I don't think it's one place, but New Orleans does a great job with this event. They've hosted, I don't know how many times they've hosted the Super Bowl, but we can easily think of 3 or 4 off the top of our head. That city's built for events like this. Vegas has a new mega dome and great facility, and Vegas is set up for big events. I think about Atlanta, I think about Miami, and I think about L.A. as well with SoFi. Maybe, because of security, because of all the details, because of everything, Clay, what would you think if they said, all right, we're going to rotate between Miami or Atlanta, New Orleans, Vegas, and L.A., and then every fourth or fifth year, the newest stadium in the league and maybe a place we hadn't been in a while, we're going to have a one-off, but we're going to keep the biggest event that requires the most detail, the most security in these places that are indoors, weather's not an issue, southern climates, the week leading up won't be weather-ridden. Is that a good idea, or is that something that's just falling off the wagon here, or hit my head here?
No, I think that's the right approach, and I think it's worth working towards that direction. And those great stadiums, and
I don't the details that go into an event like this, and I guess there's probably a bigger event we have in sports than the Super Bowl as far as
it's a week-long party is what I understand.
Exactly. I mean, and you think, well, where would you want to go for something like that? Well, New Orleans would be top of the list. Vegas would be top of the list. Miami might be more appealing in some regards than Atlanta, but you need something kind of in different spots. And the only thing with New Orleans is it's not easy to get to unless you're coming from a major city. You're going to have to connect somewhere. You think about Dallas and Arlington, that stadium, and you can get to Dallas from any airport in the country pretty much. Atlanta's the same way. Vegas is the same way. Los Angeles the same way. And, one of the prizes of building a new stadium in the NFL is you get to host a Super Bowl at some point, generally speaking. But you could still do that. I'm not saying you could only play in those four places. But, this is an event you don't want to get messed up. Where do people want to go when they go to something like this and lay out probably tens of thousands of dollars each to go? And I want to go to L.A. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to New Orleans. I want to go to Miami.
Let's cross some off the list.
Yeah.
We're not going to Detroit.
Nope.
They got an indoor stadium, but we're not going there.
Nope.
We're
Minnesota,
not going to
Minneapolis,
Minnesota.
probably not going to go there. Yeah.
We're not going to Indianapolis. Not going to go there. We'll let the Big Ten have that.
Yeah.
So you start kind of crossing off places that you can go, and New Orleans, Las Vegas, and Miami State. That stadium is kind of small. I mean, it's not really built for
Hard
a Super
Rock.
Bowl.
I think,
yeah. I've been there. Actually, was there for a baseball game.
Yeah.
The Marlins and the Padres. Saw Logan Forsythe. But it's not a Super Bowl stadium.
Atlanta is,
Atlanta is, yeah.
And that's an airport. That's an airport everybody can get to.
Yeah,
So.
That's the. And I guess that there's about 5 or 6 where you'd say they can technically host it. But yeah, I haven't. Tommy, have you ever wanted to go? Has that been something that you thought?
There's other things I would much rather do.
If you could sit in a box, would you say, yeah, I'd do that?
Yeah, I would do that. I've talked to people that have been and just, sat amongst the fans and the lines and security, and it's just a hassle. Now, what I would be up for, and probably should have planned to do it much sooner this week, because I would love to go to New Orleans and hang out, do the show, be on Radio Row, and do everything leading up to. And then, like Friday, when we disconnect the headphones and the microphones and pack all of our gear up, I'm out of town. I want to be on the next plane leaving that place.
In time to watch it on TV.
Yeah,
right?
Be back home by Friday afternoon. I have no interest in actually going to the game. I would love to be in that atmosphere. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. Particularly in a place like New Orleans, which I think is the best food city in America, and just there's great music, great food, just great culture. But I just think about everything that goes into one of these. We saw it with the college football playoffs, and New Orleans, hosting one of those big events. They do the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's an NFL city. I think there's just certain places that are more equipped to pull these off, but there's just certain places I want to go, and I don't think the Super Bowl should ever be threatened by bad weather. I just think that the event's too big, the cost is too high. For the most part, should be played indoors with very few exceptions.
Well, you can probably play it in L.A. and not worry about
right. And that place is more or less indoor. I know there's not walls. And it's an open air, but it's not open roof.
The
field
seems
is
doable.
covered.
Yeah, it seems doable.
Yeah.
Tommy, New Orleans is actually hosting the Super Bowl for the 11th time, which ties
11th,
Miami
yeah.
as the most. But it's also the first time they've hosted it since the Super Bowl with the Ravens and the Niners.
Is that when the lights
went
went out?
So
Yeah.
it's been a long time. To your point, New Orleans definitely should have had a Super Bowl sometime in the last 10 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I just think about places that easy to get to, fun atmosphere all week long. Those are the places, I just think about that this morning, that, if I'm going to actually go and lay out the coin to do it, those should be the places. And it's not like they need help selling tickets to the Super Bowl. I mean, the NFL doesn't really care. They want the biggest bid, but I would imagine they would also like a little less hassle because there's a team of people that's probably all they do working for the NFL is work on the Super Bowl 365 days a year.
Tommy, you probably remember this, but when Arkansas and Ohio State played in the Sugar Bowl, New Orleans, Bo and Bart, me, we did a lot of radio from down there.
Yeah,
a lot of radio.
There. Yeah.
And it worked out really well. And I think that was as fun a trip as I can remember, where let's enjoy this. This doesn't happen that often. And I will say that I managed to make the Final Fours like that. 94, 95 was like, okay, let's smell the roses a little bit. And I don't mean did anything wild or anything, but just made sure that you appreciated that this doesn't happen all the time. It's not easy to get to the national title game or get to a Sugar Bowl, a BCS game is what it was.
You didn't take your shirt off, Clay, and wave it around like a lunatic?
That's probably not me.
What would that sound like if he did? Do we have any audio on that? Now, what you can't see in that video is a shirtless Ty Richardson.
Thank God.
Going full-scale Bubba Hogg, waving this shirt over his head. Apparently, and I've muted him on Twitter for my own sanity. I didn't see this till someone pointed it out to me yesterday.
I think that actually disparages Bubba Hogg.
Who has better hair, by the way?
So. Well, Bubba Hogg.
Yeah,
he's got it on his chest for sure.
And on his chin, unlike Ty.
I think so, and he probably is embarrassed by that. Eric Musselman's probably embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's like, who can take their shirt off? Well, Eric Musselman can after beating Kansas. But Ty can't do that in a bar. He can't do that.
Yeah. I just hope he had a ride home that night. That's all I hope for.
Uber.
The Oaklawn Sports app. If you haven't put it on your phone, you need to do that. Chiefs and Eagles, obviously Sunday. That's the day, and it's the biggest wagering day of the year. Download it today, and here's what's going to happen for you. You're going to get up to $1,000 in bonus bets. You get a second chance if your first bet doesn't work out each of the first 10 days, up to $100 per bet. Plus, they have a 10% profit boost. This is a new feature with Oaklawn Sports on qualifying three-leg parlays. Earn a profit boost of up to 10%. Your parlay with odds of plus 1,000 can turn into a parlay with odds of plus 1,100. You can get all the details on the Oaklawn Sports app. Bet with the brand you trust anywhere in Arkansas. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. All right, it's a full slate coming up tomorrow in the SEC. We'll have your SEC update. We'll look at some of the net rankings around the league and some more of those things in just a moment. It's also a great weekend to get into Andy's Frozen Custards, Rogers Avenue, Conway, and in North Little Rock. Get your favorite game time treats. In fact, just for the Super Bowl this week, they'll have that six-pack where you can pick 6 of your favorite flavors. And take them home for the game. It's the perfect game time treat. You can order it on the Andy's app. If you haven't downloaded that, do that now. I'll go with something with Heath in it, Butterfinger. You could go Snickers. There's a lot of ways to go. Or you can just get you a good old-fashioned chocolate custard and enjoy that for the game as well. It's Andy's Frozen Custards, Conway, North Little Rock, and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Drive up, drive through, or walk up. They're ready to serve you at Andy's Frozen Custards.
Fast Break Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics in Bentonville. Get back to living your life.
Zero to the other end for a throwdown. Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hudson Clark with his 5th career interception.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meinke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. Whether you're buying a car, selling a car, or taking care of a car, we've got you. Be sure to follow us on Facebook to see how you can take advantage of $1,000 your way on select road-ready certified used cars with warranty, as well as buy 3, get 1 free on all tires in our Meinke Car Care Center. Start your new year right. Call, click, or come by today and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meinke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work, and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, and because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
But except we've got SEC finals. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Clay, we've looked at the slate of games for tomorrow. Looked at the ranked matchups. I want to look at the net rankings as we head into the weekend and where Arkansas sits. They moved up from 47 to 44th in the net rankings following the win at Texas. The one issue is you're still 13th in the SEC. This could be a 10-bid league, 11-team league. I don't know where the cutoff's going to be, but you probably need to be higher than 13th when it comes to net rankings. Auburn's still 1, as you would imagine. Tennessee is at 3, and Florida's at 4. So that's an interesting matchup between Florida and Auburn this weekend, where it's going to be 1 versus 4 in the net rankings. Tennessee this weekend is, we're talking earlier, plays Oklahoma, who's 38th. But Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, Bama, who comes to Arkansas, 6th. A&M's 13th. They play Missouri, who is 18th. Ole Miss at 20. Kentucky, who you beat, is at 23. Texas is at 29. Mississippi State at 30. Georgia's at 32. And we've kind of earmarked 10s where you want to be. That would put you right in that low 30s range right now. Oklahoma, as I mentioned, at 38, and Arkansas at 44. Where do you want to be amongst your SEC peers, Clay, if you want to be comfortable on Selection Sunday?
Just keep winning games, and it'll all with the teams left on the schedule, and you get, they've got 3 now. They get 5 more, and that's a tough ask, but that it'll take care of itself. You'll see that you'll be in the 30s in the net ranking.
Yeah.
And that's not the only metric that they use. I mean, you pass the eye test if you win games. The next, they got 9 left, 10 left.
Yes, halfway through.
Yeah, so you win. You go 5-4 in that stretch, and you're suddenly at 8. I think you're in.
Yeah.
8 and 10.
I agree with that.
You might be in at 7 and 11, but I think you're definitely in at 8. That needs to be the goal, and I think it's doable. And I say it's doable because I like the way they're playing right now.
Yeah,
quality of win is important, Tommy. You leapfrog Vanderbilt; they were at 46, and you jumped straight ahead of them too. So, and they have a better conference record than you do.
Well, every time you win, you pass 1 or 2 teams.
You look at the games that I think you've got to win down the stretch. It's not Saturday with Bama, but it is next Wednesday with LSU. I think that's you're going to get to where you're talking about, Clay. You got to win that one most likely. I don't know if you can win on the road at College Station or at Auburn, but you got to beat Missouri at home. You got to beat Texas when they come to your place. That's 3, counting the LSU game. On the road at South Carolina would be 4. That gets you to 7. Then can you beat Vanderbilt on the road or Mississippi State at home? That gets you to 8. If you could pull an upset between Bama, A&M, and Auburn, just win one of those 3 and take care of your home games, beat South Carolina on the road, you're in good shape. That's kind of my roadmap to it. I mean, if you're, got 3 wins now, you need 5 more. LSU, Missouri, Texas, South Carolina, and either Vanderbilt or Mississippi State, and that gets you to 8.
Yeah, what we don't know, and
you win all of those last 3, you're at 9, perhaps.
Yeah,
well, that would also put you on a 5-game winning streak heading into the end of the regular season.
That's a big ask, but let's just look at in these terms. Where Arkansas is going to be in 3 weeks, we don't know.
No.
And they have improved vastly over the last 3 weeks. We've seen it game to game. That's the nature of what Cal has done throughout history, is that they're better in February than they are in January. Well, are they better in late February? Well, that might be the case with this team, because where is the ceiling? I don't think they're close to it. I think that we have seen, even in these last 2 games, that there are things that they need to shore up and they need to fix. And he's still trying to determine exactly how to use, some guys. Jonas Adu, you thought he'd be a 25-minute guy. Well, no, he's going to be a 10-minute guy, it looks like.
He was a 4-minute guy the other night.
Yeah, but I mean, if things they might can get 10 minutes, 4 in each half, but that foot just doesn't hold up. We can see that he struggles getting up and down the court. So, but we don't know where he's going to be in, say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Is he going to improve? Is the rest of this team going to improve? what I see is Carter Knox and Billy Richmond, they're better every time they go out there. Yeah. They're ceiling. They're McDonald All-Americans. They struggled in January. They didn't know what hit them when the SEC started, but they do now. And every game they do a few more things right. And I think that's coaching and that's experience, and they're playing through, some of the youthfulness that plagued them in January. They're not doing those same things.
They're not freshmen anymore, as they would say.
They hit big free throws at the end of the game, which tells you a lot. Yeah. That's not what you expect from just an ordinary freshman. These guys aren't ordinary. There's a reason why Cal took them, and they're going to be better next year. But I think that the ceiling of this team is still pretty good. We haven't gotten there yet.
All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by our friends at Wheels RV, the #1 fifth wheel dealer in all of Arkansas. Employee pricing, only for February. You pay what their employees pay at Wheels RV, but only in February. Huge selection of new and used RVs qualify for this discount, including some 2025 models. All your favorite brands, Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, Flagstaff, all with big discounts and the employee pricing. Plus, you still get the lifetime warranty on every new RV that's sold at Wheels RV. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72, off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, and discover with Wheels RV. Which game are you most looking forward to tomorrow on the SEC slate? Is it Florida-Auburn? Just because of the high ranking? Yes. Is that going to be the best game of the day?
I don't know if it'll be the best game, but it promises to be two heavyweights. And I think that, every time that you get a chance to see Auburn in these games, you appreciate them a little bit more in these type games. That they have elevated their game when they played a team like this. Can they do that again? I think Florida's got some injuries, don't they? Mm-hmm. And they're kind of reeling a little bit as far as the health of the team and kind of holding things together. One or two of those guards is out right now, but they still are good. They still really talented. Yeah. Tommy, I was thinking back at the schedule that Arkansas's got. The game with Mississippi State could be really interesting because that looks like two teams that are kind of passing each other. Mississippi State, they had a lot of high expectations about a month ago, and they've lost some big games since then in Arkansas. So you have situations where one team is improving, the other team, might be letting go of the rope a little bit. So that could be two teams that are almost dead even when they play.
Is Kentucky maybe in that camp too? They're wobbly right now.
They lost their point guard, and it was a bigger blow than some people suspected.
Yeah, they got South Carolina at Rupp. Slump buster might be important game. South Carolina's still looking for their first dub, and Kentucky's got to get it right. Get things right because last 10 days haven't been pretty for them.
Oh, it was a perfect storm. It's like a Cal comes in here and beats your butt. That's it doesn't take much to get the Kentucky fans, out of kilter. They're out of kilter right now. They're wobbling, and they were pretty smug for November and December when Pope was rolling. They're lashing back now.
Yeah.
I mean, they are in true form, exactly what Kentucky fans are.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in need of a website for your business, and maybe you've started a new business and you don't have one, or you think Facebook is your website, it's not, call our friends at Modular Orange. They can write, design, host, launch, create, secure, everything. Turnkey process for $95 a month with no big down payment. In fact, zero down payment, no upfront cost or additional fees. You focus on your business, they'll focus on your website and make it easy for you. $95 a month with Modular Orange. You can see examples of the sites they can build for you and see their work at modularorange.com or call them at 479-755-3043. That's 755-3043, or again online at modularorange.com. Custom website for your business, just $95 a month. Ty will be back on Monday. He is at the Waste Management. I'll almost
Is that a promise or a
about
threat?
calling him, but he is on the front row at the famous par 3 there, overlooking the greens. Got a great seat. Incredible place that he is at for this week. It's the rowdiest hole in golf, that's for sure.
Tommy, can we phone in like a credit for him to have a White Claw?
Venmo him the money or something?
Yeah. It's like have one on me.
Yeah. So
have one on me and don't come back.
Well, what we'll do, because this vacation, it's like been a vacation for me and Colton and Christian, everyone else in the building. I mean, the last 2 days have been
Things
glorious.
have gone pretty smooth.
Oh, it's been awesome. I mean, the lights have stayed on despite what he'll tell you. And Gaston's would be a great place to kind of extend our rest and our relaxation. I know Clint and his crew is excited about the coming spring, but we're still in winter, and that means some winter rates are still in effect that you can save money on right now at Gaston's. 870-431-5202 is their number. At Gaston's, they got 80 different private cabins and lodges to take care of you and your crew, whether it's a crew of 2 or 22. They're ready for you, and a great view of the White River. They'll bring that firewood to the door of your cabin. You can, many of their cabins have fireplaces, full kitchens, so you can design the getaway that you want, whether it's Valentine's Day next weekend, whether it's a spring break fishing trip or a birthday or an anniversary coming up, or, hey, I'm just ready to go fishing for some monster rainbows and some big browns in the white. That's their specialty at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
It's Fastbreak Friday on the Morning Rush, brought to you by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Lands off a screen, top of the circle, buries the three-pointer.
If you're looking for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, we're Term Provider, experts in finding affordable term life insurance for those that may not be in perfect health. Prostate cancer, heart conditions, high cholesterol, or on prescription medications, you may still qualify for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance. Call Term Provider at 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Vegas, baby! Vegas, baby!
This is the Morning Rush.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Planning your Valentine's Day date? Joe's Grill and Cantina has a delicious and fun Valentine's Day date ready for you. Get started with an appetizer including queso and guacamole. Then have chicken tortilla soup, plus your choice of 2 entrees, fajitas, voodoo enchiladas, chili lime salmon, and their famous Mexicali. Plus in the dinner with a heart-shaped skillet brownie. All of this for just $45 a couple. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Hart. Your place for Valentine's Day. World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina Chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools.
Pretty exciting. First time that we've done a podcast, and we're going to try to promote Fort Smith Public Schools, what we do, our basketball at all 6 schools, the 4 middle schools and both high schools. And then, of course, we've got several big-time tournaments coming up, one that starts today. And so this is going to be exciting.
Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports. New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
Page for 3, it's on the way. Yes! Yes!
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See Agent Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Agent Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Are you ready to build your company's dream team? Just like in sports, finding skilled players is essential for success. With Robert Half's winning combination of specialized recruiting professionals and award-winning AI, we'll help you find the MVPs and key role players who will have you hanging banners in the rafters. Because in business, it's all about having the experienced team on your side. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
You know what I said at halftime? I love coaching this team. Right there on ESPN. They're playing so hard. I'm so proud of them. They're defending. I love coaching this team, and I do.
Isn't he great? I mean, how do you not just chuckling? I understand for years we did not like John Calipari. He was an easy mark for 15 years. Didn't really like him at UMass either, but you hear that. I guess he's, he may be whatever you think he is, but at least you're whatever you think he is at this point. And you could fill that blank in with a lot of things. You certainly could. Hey, we're brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. They are the #1 provider for quality aggregates. Meaning if you need big rocks or gravel to put on a driveway or your road, they can help you with that. They can do asphalt and ready-mix concrete as well. Whether it's a big job, big government job, industrial job, corporate job, or just the driveway at your home that you want paved, or you want a concrete drive or sidewalks or whatever, they can help you through all of those things. So large-scale jobs to small residential jobs, nothing's too big or too small for them at APAC and Standard Materials Group. Plus, they have a construction consultant service that will ensure your job always stays on the right track. 479-587-3300 for all your rock, asphalt, and ready-mix needs. That's APAC, 479-587-3300. Clay, we've got about 2 minutes left here. It's going to be a fun weekend. I mean, Saturday, you can kind of do what you want during the day, keep up with stuff, settle in for the night, and then, Sunday, get up, go to church, do your stuff, get the get the brisket or the pork butt on, whatever you're cooking, and kind of get settled in mid to late afternoon for the game. I think it's we got a great weekend ahead of us.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of chips consumed this weekend. The trick is to have all your stuff for Sunday afternoon and not eat it Saturday night.
No, that's exactly right. Not get into it.
Got to hold off. Got to have some reserves for chips.
Yep. Hey, we're a couple weeks out now for the Miracles and Magic Radiothon. It's coming up with Arkansas Children's Hospital. We're glad to be a part of that. We're going to be live over there that day, all day, with the Morning Rush halftime and Ruskin and Zach. Big thank you to our presenting sponsors, Crabtree RV in Alma. Find them online at crabtreerv.com. Heartland Honda, Power Sports and Marine in Springdale. Work hard, play hard at Heartland Honda. And by Schlotsky's, it's a mouthful and the perfect partner for your next catering event. We're going to be raising money for Arkansas Children's Hospital. Go to hitthatline.com right now. Click on the Arkansas Children's tab. Go down that page to the Morning Rush tab and make your donation right there, and donate now again at hitthatline.com. And let's make a difference together with the Arkansas Children's Northwest Miracles and Magic Mediathon coming up on February the 21st. It's a Fast Break Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in orthobiologic cellular therapies. Call to make your free appointment to get started today. 479-999-1234. Don't live with that pain one more day. 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics. Clay, thanks for being here yesterday and today, and we'll see you, I guess, for a little while on Monday.
It was a slam dunk.
Yep, glad to do it. All right,
not having Ty here made it fun.
Tie-free Fridays are always fun. For Colton, for Clay, I'm Tommy. Halftime coming up next here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
Employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay